This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. We were getting right into it before the show. I'm so excited to have this guest here. It's been a long time coming. He's definitely deserved this spot on the show, and I've known him for a really long time now. Before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out, of course, to Rogue Media Network for everything that you guys do for me and The Public Affair. I truly appreciate it. Mike, thank you so much for all you do. You don't understand how much I appreciate you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Of course, to all of you guys that tune in and continue to show me love, thank you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair, and you can definitely take shots. You should take a shot after every single sponsor that I do. You ready? Okay. This episode is brought to us by David Santabañez with Linear Real Estate. He is the #1 sales agent in his office. That's right. He's going to help you buy a home or sell your property. Now, listen, if you guys are in the housing market for a new home and you don't know where to start, David is going to walk you through everything step by step. Just follow him on Facebook at David with Linear or call the number on the screen for all your real estate needs. Y se habla español también. To my boy David Santabañez, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Anika Armstrong with Armstrong's Bayou Cafe. Oh, have you haven't been to Armstrong's Bayou Cafe? It was formerly Pee-wee's. Okay, so yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. Serving the most authentic Cajun cuisine with a wide selection of signature crab cakes, pasta, seafood, and more. Now, listen, my favorite is any selection of pasta that she has. I don't care what it is. I'm rolling around in any pasta that she has on the menu, and her seafood is absolutely to die for. You guys can find her at Union Hall on Franklin and at Union Grove in Woodway. Follow at Armstrong's Bayou Cafe Corporation on Facebook. So, Anika Armstrong, thank you so much for all you do for me and The Public Affair. Of course, to Manny Guru at Blue Star RV Services, a mobile RV tech who can fix all RVs, including travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and so much more. Listen, he deals with the warranty company, so you don't have to do all that mess. All right, pay him a small little fee. They're professional, they're reliable, and they're kind of hot. Follow on Facebook and call the number on the screen to Blue Star RV Services and Manny Guerrero. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Tyler Hyde with CBD Plus USA, located at 2444 West Loop 320 in the Central Texas Marketplace in Waco. That's right, you can enjoy high-quality products with a wide range of top-of-the-line CBD, THCA, Delta 8, Delta 9, and so much. That's all you right there. Yes. Yeah, that's all you, okay? If you're unsure about the products, he'll educate you as well. Check them out and discover the natural benefits of their premium selection to CBD Plus USA. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, I'm not going to go on without thanking Soko Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez, located at 3304 Franklin Avenue. They offer team, small group, and individual skills training. That's like they also have elite skills training to make your kids superb star athletes with professionals and veteran coaches like George DeLeon. They also offer occasional open play on Mondays and Wednesdays for ages 16 and older. And of course, The Public Affair remains a very proud sponsor of the Soko soccer teams, coached by my very good friend, Coach Mauro Maldonado. So proud of you and your team of coaches and those kids. Those kids are just phenomenal, bro. And I just keep doing big things in any way that The Public Affair can support you guys. I'm there for Soko no matter what. Thank you guys so much for all you do for me and The Public Affair. I truly appreciate it. All right, guys. So I took a shot. I do all that in one breath. You saw that, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
I got more on the way. Listen, he gave me a shot of whatever's in that bottle, and it was taking me back to the days when we used to go. Remember Treff's? Remember when we went to Treff's and you saw me? Yes, Treff's was Treff's. Treff's was its own thing. A bitch has scoliosis because of all the weight he had to carry at Treff's. And when I opened that bottle of whatever that is, it smelled like Treff's. It took me back to when we were 21.
Clase Azul.
Clase Azul. Listen, you guys, I have known this guest for a very, very long time. Fun fact, he was actually my first barber before Elite Barbershop. Yes, he was straight from the house. Straight from the house. Okay. And I grew up with him somewhat. He's actually the cousin of my very, very best friend. And I know that he had quite the trialing year last year, but he is ready for his time in redemption, and he is breaking through, and there is no holds bars. I'm so happy to welcome my very good friend Jose Luis Cabral, or as we like to call him, Zae. Zae, how you doing?
Up, man? I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm just happy that you're here. We've talked about this for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, just side note, I don't want to make this episode gay, but I just have got to get this off my chest, that there's people on my social media that big bellies are in right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're in right now, and the gays were into big bellies.
The bigger the panza, the bigger the chanza. That's what they say.
Oh my! I'm gonna start saying that. I shouldn't have lost so much weight then, right? I should. I actually had that. Somebody tell me that they were more into me when I was fat.
Man, hey, the chubby chasers, they be out there.
Well, why they didn't slide in my DMs when I was 300 pounds?
Type of shit I'm on.
bitch.
I mean, come on.
Well, listen, Zae, first of all, I am happy. Listen, we'll get into it in just a second, but last year you fell off the deep end. I felt like you. Zae was a barber.
I did.
Zae was a barber. He was also you did granite for a long time.
Granted for a long time.
Yes, you did. But I think prominently you were most notable as a barber with Next Gen. Shout out to Next Gen.
Shout out Next Gen, all my boys over there.
Yes, Ulysses. I don't know why you playing Come on the Show. I had the wife on the show.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be enough to have him on the show.
He said he's got a couple more things to accomplish, and he's coming.
He's been telling me that for 3 years.
I know. I tell him too. I'm like,
you
man,
accomplish everything.
Bro, you're accomplished.
Yeah, okay, you are accomplished, but no. Yeah, so hurry the fuck up. No, so actually, and I was saying, but in the beginning of the show, one of my brothers, Jaime Gutierrez, this is actually your cousin.
Yes, sir.
And when I spoke with Jaime about, okay, what do you think about Zae on the public affairs? Andrew, you should do it. And so when Jaime tells me to do something, I just do it.
Right.
Okay.
You gotta listen to that man sometimes.
No, you do. He's very smart. I think, you know what I like about our friendship? And this is about you. I feel like our roles changed. Right? Because remember when we were growing up, I mean, I was a little bit, tell them I was a little bit more reserved. Wasn't partying.
At all. Standing in the corner with his arms
crossed. Yes, I was. Okay. And y'all were always with the drinking. And now that we're older, you know, he's more reserved, family man. And then I'm more like, just, for the most part, you know what I mean? But no, listen, and also I've been a very good friend of your mother, Esme. I have to give her a shout out.
Shout out to my mom.
Your mom,
love you.
Your mom's a beast.
Yeah,
she's a beast. Nobody's fucking with her. She's been through her. Yeah,
I have seen that woman grind harder than any man I know in my life. So.
Okay.
She is my role model. So you hear me, mama.
Yeah.
I love you.
No, yeah, nobody's touching Esme. They're not. Okay. I've seen that woman raise you guys through the trenches. And we're gonna get into that in just a minute too. And then of course, in the beginning of the episode, you guys see, I do want to just pay our respects to our good friend Brian Alford, who passed away 5 years ago. And then this is actually your cousin, who was more like your brother, Josh Zuniga, passed away last year. And it was just 2 days ago this time, right?
Yeah. It's his anniversary.
Right.
Yep.
So, you know, this is just really, I just know that they would, I don't want to get emotional because when I was writing your show, I got emotional about it, but I just know that they would have loved seeing this. You know what I mean? They would have
been right here with me.
Yeah. So, rest in peace, and we miss you guys. So anyway, okay, Zae, thank you for coming on. Like I said, a lot of people know you, that you were a very prominent barber in town. I know you as you were a partier.
Yeah.
You like to party. You turn up. Your cousins in Dallas, who I love, Raton and Raul. Please shout out to them. And yes, my girl.
Shout out Ruben too.
Ruben. Okay, Ruben.
The third brother.
Oh, I'd be forgetting about him.
And,
I'm not gonna lie.
And my cousin Maria. She's
I love her.
Girl. She's
love,
the girl.
Love Maria. Yes, I wasn't even done.
My bad. My bad.
Okay, I wasn't done.
Gotta make sure I shout them out.
Can I just real quick? I know I'm talking too much, but there's so much I just wanted to cover. I love your uncle. Their dad. Because when I did all that gay shit in Mexico, he had my back. He did have my back.
Yeah,
he had my back. He says they're all jealous of you because you got to go sleep with that guy, and they all wanted to sleep with him. And when they found out, they were mad. No, I love him for that.
Yes, he's good people. So man. He's straight up. He's one of the best men that I know. Solid, family first.
Yes.
Like his morals, man. I got him up on a pedestal, man.
I've had nothing but the utmost respect for him. So big shout out to him. And of course, your cousins have always been very kind with me. Every time I go to Dallas, I feel like I have a stamp. So it's great. But no, listen. Okay, so I want to talk to you about your life growing up. I feel like I should have asked you these questions like 10 years ago, but I was different.
Ah, shit. I probably wouldn't have told you 10 years
No, you wouldn't have. But I've known you to be, we shouted at your mother, Esme. And you know, she was for the most part a single mom, I would say. And you know, I think that you had to play a lot of like the masculine role. But before we get into all that, can we just know about your life growing up? Just introduce yourself for people who are watching this and like, who's this big stud on the public affairs?
Well, my government name is Jose Luis Cabral Jr. I am a junior. I'm from Mount Pleasant, Texas, East Texas. It ain't nothing out there but country and
I said, take me
whites,
home.
Mexicans, and you know, some blacks too. But
and Sanderson Farms.
No, we got Pilgrim's Pride.
Oh yeah, Pilgrim's Pride. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
There ain't nothing to do out there but build trailers, work at Pilgrims, start a family. Like low key, I just went back like 2 weeks ago.
Sure.
And I ain't gonna lie, like I had to go revisit all that childhood shit, trauma or stuff I didn't. Stuff I didn't even deal with, had never dealt with. Like I went back home and I looked at it with a different perspective.
Okay.
Like I'm coming back home to heal.
Yes.
So that I can move on and go up because Mount Pleasant is where it all started and it's a beautiful place to live. I ain't gonna lie to you, like everywhere I went and looked and visited while I was out there,
yeah,
I'm trying to buy a piece of land out
Are you
there.
okay?
I am, because it's beautiful, man. Like, there's.
For sure. No, but your dad still lives out there.
He still lives there. So technically, I got like 2 properties already, but they not mine.
I thought
yet.
you were gonna say 2 dads. I was like, what happened?
Nah,
What did I miss?
nah, they not
what
mine.
did I miss?
They not mine yet.
The eyes were always captivating, but what did I miss?
Nah, for real, right? Green eyes.
His eyes are captivating. No
that
homo.
is the biggest complaint I got about my dad is that I ain't got no green eyes.
Yeah.
Confidence on 100. If I had green eyes, y'all wouldn't know what to do with me.
Well, I tell everybody that because my dad's family has green eyes too, but God didn't give me green eyes because He already gave me perfect eyebrows.
Type shit.
And so I can't be perfect. You know
Right?
what I mean? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But you got the stomach.
You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
We're relishing the stomach. Stop it. No shame. Yeah,
hey,
we are.
I shit.
Yes.
I ain't ashamed of nothing. I mean,
No, you shouldn't be.
I pull out of my league left and right. It don't matter where I'm at.
Oh my.
You know what I'm saying?
Zay does pull the bitches. He does. I've seen. And if you wanted to, some of the dudes, because they've been in my DMs about
Man.
you. Every time, yes, there's been a picture with us. They'd be like, yo, who's that big piece of meat out there? That's what they said. Yes, they said. And is it winter time so he can come snuggle with me? Okay.
No, thank you.
No, okay, but I've known you for the most part growing up. Your dad wasn't really. No shit. I do love your dad. I've always liked your dad. He was always very kind with me. But dad wasn't really around. It was mainly mom. Mom came out here, right? Kind of give you guys a different life. And for the most part, you did have to play, I would say, like the more man role model. Part of everybody's life, because you have 2 younger siblings. Shout out to Jalissa and Chris. So what was that like for you, watching your mom do that, but then you also having to take on that role?
I mean, shit, I had to grow up real fast because once my mom separated from my dad, I mean, I became the man of the house.
Sure.
My mom, the most hardest working person I ever seen.
Right.
2, 3 jobs. It didn't matter what it took to put food on the table. She was gonna do it, and
she
so.
can cook.
Yeah, she can cook like a motherfucker. I've been trying to get her to do her own food truck or restaurant for the longest, and she gonna do it one day. But I just had to grow up quick, man. I didn't question it. I didn't complain. Like I knew what I had to do at a young age.
Sure.
Plus, I'm the oldest out of all my cousins, so I already. Back whenever the tias were still going out and shit, they would drop them all off at the house, or we would go to Edgar's house.
Okay.
And as long as they rented video games and movies and some pizza, I took care of all the kids.
Okay,
and between me and my cousins, we all raised each other.
Yes.
And that ain't no knock against my mom, my aunts, none of them, because they were the hard workers. They were mom and dad. Because for the majority of of our lives, they were single moms, but
for sure.
not anymore. So.
Okay, but we look at it in different perspectives now, because now we're in our 30s, right? Yeah. And so when they were in their 30s, they had us. Well, I shouldn't say us, y'all. And so we look at it different now. Like maybe they didn't have the answers, back then. Sure. But in our mind as children, we're supposed to think that they do have the answers. Yeah. You know what I mean? But but still, so you mentioned growing up at such a young age. But I can recall, I got really close with your mom when I was 18. So I think I was at your house like every day, for the most part. But you were always about the partying and the going out, and you may have caused your mom some distress.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah. Okay. A lot. And so do you think that affected your role as the role model in the house, as like the older brother that we're supposed to be looking up to him?
So yes, it did, because I didn't want to be the role model. I was selfish. I wanted to do. So basically, I mean, you could kind of take it as like maybe that was my acting out, as like I didn't get to be a fucking kid. So now that I have some freedom, vehicle, like I'm gonna fucking go out and do whatever I want now. Sure. Like maybe that was just my way of acting out. I didn't ever like sit there and think about it. Like, I was young and dumb, full of but
I liked her, by the way.
Oh.
Your ex. I did like her. I don't know, because I saw that much, that poor thing.
Oh my God.
Prayers. No, prayer. No, it made me sad.
That shit made me sad.
Made me
I ain't
sad.
lie. Like I was like, this close from shedding a tear, but at the end of the day, that's life, man.
It is.
Decisions, make thoughtful decisions.
Yeah. But okay, but going back to the decisions that you made, because I think I would say for the most part, like when we're relatively the same age, and so you were living somewhat the fast life. I think that you were out there all the time, and you dipped and dabbled in things that weren't the smartest, what I mean? And so I know that it stressed mom out a lot, you know what I mean? And so when you say that you were acting out, was it towards anybody in particular, or do you think that you were just being stupid?
I think I was just being stupid. I was just angry.
Sure.
I'm sure I was like, I didn't know how to deal, up until recently, honestly. I didn't know how to deal with emotions. I didn't ever give myself time to process emotions, to deal with them without trying to numb myself or do drugs. I didn't know how to do. To be honest with you, after Josh died, I took a whole year of sobriety. I wanted to feel pain.
Oh, really?
I didn't want to fucking be numb.
Okay.
I wanted to feel it all and know. I didn't know if I was going to get through it or not, but I did.
So, and we'll touch on that in just a second. But so when Josh died, and again, rest in peace, and it's only been literally a year. So you're saying you didn't even touch nothing, no drinking, no nothing. I mean, we did have the party for you on your birthday.
Right before that.
Talk about that too.
Right before that, I hadn't done nothing.
Okay. Well, you were ducked off. You were ducked off for a whole minute.
I cut everybody off, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I cut myself off from the world.
I got you. Yeah, I think everybody handled. I always tell, because I know when he passed, I had my moments of like emotion. I mean, we were all close with him, and I said, but I always said, nobody can be taking this harder than Zae. I saw you become a whole different person when that happened, and it's emotional to talk about. But you know what I like though too, and this is just me, and anybody can take it how they want to because I really could care less. But while you did make the decisions that you made and whatever, I did feel like you were the black sheep of the family. Is that fair to say?
I always felt like I am, but people get upset when I say that. But I'm not.
No, but you were. I think that. But how do I put this? And no shade on nobody. I feel like you become the most somewhat successful. Is that to be argued?
I'm not gonna say that I am because I'm not done.
Okay, got you.
It's just getting started.
Well, I'm gonna say it because it's my show and I can say whatever I want.
Well, I agree with you. 100.
Okay, so I will say, no shade on nobody. I just I think that from the perspective of just watching everybody grow up, and I was very close with your mom, and we're still very good friends. I keep in touch with her, but I think that maybe a lot of people slept on you. You didn't really go to college.
I didn't want to go to college.
Yeah, you didn't do none of that, but you became a barber, a renowned barber. You bought your house. You got a nice truck.
I had a nice truck. I sold my truck.
Oh, okay.
So actually, I mean, if you want to know about that just real lightly, I sold my truck and invested that money into a barber shop.
Oh.
I got about 85-90% done with it, and then I backed out because when I backed out, I fucking fell into that depression.
I got you.
And I just let that shit go. I actually had a partnership with one of my really good friends, and I fell off.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was gonna have my own barbershop.
Regardless of the fact I felt like you were slept on when it came to success. This is just me personally. We've known each other since we were teenagers. Okay, I feel like you've definitely had to come up.
I've always been strong-willed, and I've always wanted to do things my way. And thank God everybody that told me I couldn't, because that's motivation for me.
Do you feel like you relished being the black sheep of the family?
Oh, I love that shit.
Did you really?
I do.
Yeah.
To this day. To this day, because nobody's gonna change me. I'm gonna always be me.
Sure.
I'm gonna try to be a better version of me.
Yeah.
But at my core, I'm always gonna be the same person.
Absolutely. And, I don't think anybody. Yeah. You've always. And you know what I like about you too? You've never been very confrontational either. No, I've never known you to be confrontational.
You ain't seen it.
Okay, then I wasn't there because
I mean, I don't look for fights or nothing like that, but confrontation, I love that shit.
Do you?
Oh, yes.
I've always known you to be just like a big plushy bear.
Well, look, there's two sides of every coin, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm the type of person that will avoid situations because I don't need problems. Sure. We too grown for that.
I got you.
But, I mean, everybody has their limit.
Did it ever affect you being, is that like the black sheep?
I didn't care.
You didn't.
That's what I said. I accepted it. Like
you get that from your mom because
I
you guys are both very strong-willed.
Yeah.
You guys are both very strong-willed.
We're too strong-willed. Yeah. That's why like nobody butts heads with me like my mom does. So
okay.
I love her to death, but that woman can push my buttons like that.
I've learned not to argue with her.
Yeah.
As the type of person you just say yes to and move on.
Oh, yeah.
No shade, I love you.
When me and her argue, I mean, it's a heavyweight fight. Like,
sure.
It is. But at the end of the day, she's my mama, and
definitely
I got to come back and apologize. Sometimes she'll apologize first, but,
She does?
Rarely. But no, I'm grown enough to know that I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, and I'll definitely play a part in, any arguments and situations I put myself into.
Yeah, and you know, in some way it can be, you know, beneficial in life, especially when you go into business and stuff like that. I've learned that here. But you know, so let's just talk real quick about you becoming a barber. Okay, like, I followed you from the Barber School. Yes. Okay, I remember I would go there and I was drunk and I was on the radio, so I wanted everybody to know who I was.
Shout out Miss April.
Shout out Miss April. Shout out to Joe Cuts.
Hey, Joe Cuts is my barber right now.
He is your barber right now. He was on this show. Very kind. I met my now barber Sid there.
That's my boy too.
Love Sid. And then I also met Colt the barber. Can we give Colt a shout out?
You can give him one.
Oh.
Nah, he's my boy, but right now me and him ain't too cool right now.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. No, I'm just saying I met him there, but anyway.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? We can fix it maybe, but
I think
right now.
No, I don't.
Not right now.
Why'd you guys fall out?
It's what fucks friendships up all the time.
Money.
It's always over some money.
I got you.
But I got a lot of love for him.
Okay.
He's hard-headed.
You guys were he is, though.
He's hard-headed.
You know, he came up to me at an event one time and asked me if I only invite people from Southwest. That
sounded like some shit.
Yeah, he did. And I was like, I don't know what that means. But I tried sliding his DMs like 2 times.
You know what? I'm going to be the bigger man. And I got a lot of love for Cole, man. He's a loyal-ass person. Uh-huh. He talks too much sometimes, but you know, maybe we can fix it.
Yeah, you know, they say money is so evil. You know what I mean? It's not worth it though. It's really
not worth.
You guys went out all the time to 9:30.
It's not. It's not worth losing the friendship over. Okay. But right now, I need my space.
You just need your space. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm just saying I met him there. But and can we just because he's also passed since being on the show. But Eric.
A1 Eric, my boy, man.
He was in Barber School with you as well.
R.I.P.
Yes.
Man, we used to, when he would get sick and we were in Barber School, we would all go visit him in the hospital, man. And he was always a light on this earth. Like, he always had that big old smile, too.
Sure.
He loved to cut hair. He loved his family.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Rest in heaven, Eric.
Yeah, for sure.
If I could pour one out, I'll pour one out for you.
Yeah, don't do it on the carpet.
Not on the carpet. Okay. Instead, I'll take a shot for him.
Yeah, I did not know him that well, but I know that he went to school with you, but his brother does own Kings. And Cirillo. Yes.
Christian is the owner, but Cirillo's his brother that passed away.
Definitely, yeah. And so, rest in heaven to him. And
it's crazy, man. Both to lose 2 barber bros like that, I mean, that's fucking life, man.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure it affected you. You guys seemed pretty tight-knit at that school, too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. Those are some of the best days of my life. If I could go back and relive them, I would.
I miss those $5 haircuts, but damn it, I used to take an hour and a half on my hair.
For real.
I used to go in there drunk, and I was only on the radio.
Sweating like a
And I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to shoot my shot with everybody. I'm not. Okay?
Yeah, most definitely.
But no, okay. So you go through barber school or whatever, and so what made you? What was that decision to go ahead and pursue that career choice?
Barbering?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest with you, like, I was supposed to go straight out of high school. Like, that was always something that I wanted to pursue because, shit, I used to sit as a walk-in, I would sit for like 4 to 5 hours to get a haircut when I was younger, and I always wanted a clean haircut. Like, I always wanted to have a fade. My stepbrother, actually, Angel, he's the first person that gave me a fade, and, he showed me that he could cut some. I mean, not as good as what I became. But,
definitely.
But I used to have them chili bowls in Mount Pleasant.
Okay.
And then once I started having a little bit of money to pay for my own haircut, then I was there every week.
Sure.
I mean, I love getting a haircut. It's beneficial mentally, physically. You know what I'm saying? It's good for you. It's a form of therapy.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and we just say so much when we're on the chair.
Yeah.
Right. I would just spill my guts
all the
out.
cheese, man.
All the cheese. Yeah, and you guys have to. I don't understand how you barbers keep it to yourself.
Shit, some don't.
Some don't? Okay,
some
what
don't.
about you? Did you tell my business out to people, you bitch? Did you do that?
No.
I didn't tell you no gay shit,
You told your own shit.
Yeah, but I never said no gay shit with you guys.
If you did, I don't remember.
Is it true that y'all used to make bets about when I was going to come out of the closet?
Yeah. Because the day that you finally came out to us, we was like, yeah, we know.
Okay. Wasn't it great? It was so free. Okay, no, but I would say that, you had good momentum as a barber. Okay, you came out of the school and then you went to work at Next Gen, right? And we shout out to Ulysses.
Yeah, shout out Ulysses.
Yeah, and so what happened? You just stopped.
Man, it's because my thing is, like, I've always, ever since I started working, I haven't stopped working.
Okay.
And so my full-time job which at one point was for authentic granite and marble.
Okay.
And then I spent like 11 years there.
Mm-hmm.
And then went to go work for 2 years at Granite Guys, which my whole crew is still there. Shout out to everybody that's the Granite Guys crew that are my guys.
Oh, mine.
Yeah, my brother, Chris Cabral, Johnny Zuniga, Julian, Ty Sanchez.
Oh, is Julian
Ben.
out there?
Yeah, Julian.
Oh, Ty was my neighbor.
Yeah, he knows.
I had to tell
Ty's my boy.
I had to tell Ty stop smoking in the fucking house because it's coming in my house. I had to tell Ty that. I was like, Ty, because he lived right downstairs from me.
Okay, yeah, he told me. He told me.
Right, and I said, Ty, you can smoke outside, but not inside the house. Okay.
Ty's one of the coolest
He's so nice.
people.
He's
the
so nice.
coolest
He's
people. Man.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
okay, so you stopped. So what was the flow just not coming through for you, or
you mean like from the
I guess as client? No. I guess as a barber, just as clientele, because I mean, were you just not staying busy enough? Or?
I never took it serious enough to pursue it full time.
Okay.
Because everything that I did in the granite world, that provided everything that I have now.
Sure.
So I appreciate it as much as it was like a love and hate relationship, like having to do work for someone else.
Yeah.
Knowing that like I could just be cutting hair and working for myself.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So like I always had an internal battle with like, am I good enough?
Okay.
Am I gonna really be able to support my life?
Sure.
From cutting hair. So yeah, some of it was doubt. For self-doubt, like, but who I am now, I don't give a fuck anymore.
I was gonna say though, do you think that it's a missed opportunity? Because you were a good barber. You cut my hair for a whole minute.
Remember
when I used to tell you put the part big as fuck?
Big as fuck. That boy said the Guadalupe.
I said the Guadalupe. I have this part, and it's still my signature part right here, as you guys can see. And I used to tell him, make it real fucking big.
I used to say, fuck no, that's too big.
He used to say, don't be telling nobody I'm your barber.
Yeah, for real, big ass fucking like that big. No, for real.
No, but back to the question though. Do you think that was a missed opportunity? Do you think that you would go back to it? Or?
I think if you say go back to it, I'm actually cutting hair again.
Oh, you're cutting hair again?
I am a mobile barber now.
Oh.
I don't cut at any shop. I'm not interested in cutting in a shop.
Okay.
Because I go from city to city. And I meet and network with people everywhere, strangers.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm about making content now.
Okay. Sure.
So I'm cutting hair again.
Not OnlyFans content, but
not
just
OnlyFans,
like,
not yet.
Not yet. Oh my. Well, I've had some OnlyFans models on the show. Yeah. Maybe you can hit up C-Fit, and then
I don't know who that is, but
it's a dude. And
no.
Okay.
No, thank you.
No. Okay. So hey, you mentioned Granite, guys, and you mentioned Granite. I just have to. You don't have to give a shout out to Diego Hernandez.
No, he's good people.
He's always been very kind with me. I love
super
Diego.
nice guy.
I have to give him a shout out. He's always been very supportive of the public affair, and maybe one day he'll make an appearance.
Shout out to Famous Granite, all them boys, Diego, Peanut, Kike, Antonio, Wu-Tang. Shout out to all of them.
Is Wu-Tang hot? Is he single?
Hey, man, I don't know. You got to hit him up.
I'm going to ask. Okay. Hey, let's take a bit of a different direction because I feel like this puts a lot of context into how you are now. And like I said, I've always known you to be lively. I will say I've always also known you to be a little bit more low key than you are now. When I say low key, you weren't just putting yourself out there. You know what I mean? Like
for sure.
Zae was always a partier. Them snaps at 5 a.m. be making me want to throw up. Okay, I'm trying to drink my coffee and you're still on your third bottles of Buchanan's.
Yeah,
it costs $200. Okay, but, at the very least. But I think now you're putting yourself out there more. Now you have a different outlook. And like last year, Josh Zuniga died. And Josh Zuniga, for who we don't know, is your cousin, but you guys are more like brothers.
We grew up together.
You guys grew up together. Very good friend of all of us. I know he used to watch The Public Affair. He was a truck driver, and he would message me and say, I'm watching the show, and the show at least takes an hour.
He was a big supporter,
He
man.
was, and that's why I just took it so hard when he passed away. Josh dies. And I feel like for you kind of just... You veered off into like this dark place in your life, and we didn't hear from you for a long time. We all got invited to your birthday party. And,
that was my mom because I didn't want to have a birthday
your mom.
party.
She messaged. I will say specifically for me, she said Zae hasn't seen anybody. I want to have a party for him. Please come by. The circumstances were different for me, but she said I would love for you to come by, and I said no, they were.
As soon as I seen everybody in there, I was like, oh shit.
But anyway, no, that's besides the point. But, That's when you got the news. I had saw Josh 5 days prior because it was JJ's birthday. JJ is my nephew, Jaime's son.
I just want to say one quick thing about that.
Sure.
I felt like that was God's plan for us to have one last amazing weekend with him.
Okay. Because we did have a good time.
We had a great time.
We had a good time.
Great time.
Mimosas, and he was there.
We was hooping, balling, playing basketball, drinking, enjoying each other's company. Like, damn near the whole family was there.
Did you see him between that?
No.
Okay. No. So the last time we saw Josh was at JJ's birthday party.
Yeah.
And my nephew was turning 2. What went through your mind when you got the news?
Shit, I was in my office when I got the news. Okay. I'll tell you exactly how it happened.
Yeah, please do.
Hopefully I don't break down on that shit.
It's okay. I don't want to break. I'm trying to
me
keep
too,
it together.
Me too. Yeah. So, I got a phone call from a mutual friend that me and Josh have.
Sure.
Like, this man has never called me in my life. Okay. And he's calling me on Facebook Messenger. I look at it, I'm like, what the fuck? I answer, and he's like, hey, man, everybody's looking for Josh. He ain't making it into work yet, but he like, I just drove by a car crash, and it looks like it's his car. And he's like, you should give his mom a call, see if he's still at home or something. And I was like, all right. So I hung up on him. First thing I did was call my aunt, Nancy. And it's not funny, but I'm just trying not to fucking cry.
That's okay.
But as soon as she answers, she didn't mean to answer.
Yeah.
I guess pocket answer or something. Yeah. She was there. It was real.
She was at the scene.
She was at the scene. Okay. The scream. I knew when I heard, as soon as the phone answered and I heard that scream, that shit was real. And I felt like all my fucking blood fucking rushed down and shit. But, I had to control myself and go downstairs and give the news to my brother, his brother, my boss. Worst day of my life so far. Mm-hmm. But that's life. That's life, and we weren't meant to have him forever. I guess he was a gift. Yeah. And I appreciate every day and every memory I had with him. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, I didn't want to cry, but fuck it. Shit, I ain't scared.
So he, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep it together too. He, so you get the news, and he's passed away, and so I'll tell you what, we're gonna take a quick break.
Yeah,
to get ourselves together. Okay,
small break.
Because I definitely okay. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back, we have more of the public affairs. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Thank you.
Oh man.
Hey guys, and welcome back to this episode of The Public Affair. We did have to take just a small break, kind of get ourselves together. Again, rest in peace to our good friend Josh, your brother, your cousin. Before we continue with this episode, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by Banda's Hauling Service with Julian and Banda. They run dump trailers, right? You fill it up and they haul it away. They also do junk moves and tree brush moves, and they haul cars in and out of town. They're also offering dumpster services as well, Zae, because you guys like to party.
Okay,
you guys like to party, and I know you guys be leaving trash everywhere. Okay, I know sometimes Jaime lets us use the house, and we're going to get the dumpster. Right? And if your car breaks down, he'll come pick you up too. Listen, book now the number on the screen. Banda's Hauling Service, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the OCR Penguin Benitez with Funtown RV, the best in RV sales. Listen, Penguin works overtime to make sure you and your family are situated and settled in the RV best suited for you. That's right. Toy haulers, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and so much more. Y se habla español también. It's camping season. Okay, make sure you guys go get a nice camper with my boy Penguin. He's going to hook you guys up. Maybe he'll come on the show sometime too if he stops playing. All right. Follow Penguin's cool RV deals and tips on Facebook. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, Fernando de la Rosa with Big Bear Lawn Care, a small landscaping business. The lawns are a hot mess. I'm not trying to go out there and mow lawns. Are you? It's hot. We're big boy. No, okay.
I mean, I ain't scared of work, but I ain't trying to do that.
I ain't trying to do it either. Listen, all right. He specializes in mowing, edging, mulching, and so much more. Call the number on the screen for a free quote to Big Bear Lawn Care. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, to my girl, let me give a shout out to my girl, Strike Pose Photography with Myra Rosales. Okay. Big shout out to her and all she's doing. I just want to go ahead and say you're the queen, girl. Keep doing your thing. Don't let nobody tear you down. All right, that's all I'm going to say. But digital photo booth business is perfect for parties, private events, corporate events, and so much more. It's fun, it's convenient, it's easy. And she also offers digitalized custom invitations and movement forwards. That's right. I'm talking about digital invitations and sports photography as well. Make sure you guys hit her up. Call the number on the screen. Follow. She does all photography. All photography. Follow Strike a Pose Photography Photo Booth. Myra Rosales, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys, I think we got ourselves, we're good.
Yeah,
we got ourselves back together. I will say, when I was writing the show yesterday, I knew that we were gonna have to touch on this, and I had a breakdown as well, right? Yeah. It's because a year has passed, and it seems like it's been like yesterday. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? And so, and it's something I really wanted to talk with you about for a long time because I know that you took it the hardest. Can we continue?
Yes, we can.
Okay, where everybody's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you get the news. At what point did it affect you? At what point did it settle in that this is real?
Shit, when I had to go downstairs.
Okay.
And the first thing I did, I went to my ex-boss,
okay,
Zeke Pike. He's a good people.
Right.
I don't work for him no more. But,
well, you're doing your own thing now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But, I walked up to him because I knew that first I had to tell him what was going on. Okay. And, he was standing next to my friend Ben, who works there also. And Ben's looking at me, and he sees there's something wrong with me. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to,
Were you trying to keep it together at this point?
I'm trying to keep it together.
So you hadn't even broke down?
I hadn't broke down yet.
Okay.
No, I hadn't broke down. I just felt like when I got the news upstairs in the office, I felt like all my blood fucking, rushed out of my body, like a ghost or some shit. And anyway, so I went downstairs, and I was trying to get the words out, man. I couldn't fucking say it.
Right.
And Ben's just like, "What's wrong, bro? What's going on?" And as soon as he said that, man, I fucking let it out. And I was like, my cousin just died.
Sure.
And I'm going to hold it together.
Yeah.
And I just got to, I'm going to have to leave.
Yeah.
Chris is going to have to leave.
Okay.
Johnny's going to have to leave. And I got to go over there and tell him now. And so, I started breaking down. As soon as I told him I got to go tell him,
right.
I started breaking down. And I was fucking, slap myself. And I'm like, I got to hold it together for a little bit longer.
Right.
And so, I walked up to my brother and to Johnny. I told him, let's go outside. I need to talk to y'all.
So they didn't even know at this point?
No, they didn't know. They didn't know. Okay. And I took them outside, and I told them what had happened. And Johnny fucking burnt off, and he took off to the scene of the crash.
Sure.
And I went back inside. I was trying to, chill out some.
Okay.
But, we ultimately, we were there probably for 5 more minutes and then we left.
You had to leave, right.
And so we were all going, this happened right outside of Sanderson on fucking 77.
There was a news report about it.
At that bitch-ass light.
Right.
I don't know who has to have the power to fucking make that intersection better or put a stoplight before the stoplight. Something needs to change, though, because accidents happen there all the time.
What happened was that the 18-wheeler hit him. Is that correct?
He was hit by an 18-wheeler on his way to work. On his way to work, yeah. Got called in early. My cousin was proud to finally be somebody, a truck driver.
Yeah.
And fucking ironic. He got taken out by a fucking 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
I don't like 18-wheelers no more.
No.
At all.
It really just showed, we hear life is so short all the time.
Oh, it is.
And he was so young, you know what I mean? And we don't think this is gonna happen to Jack because he's never had a bad bone in his body.
Nope.
You know what I mean? He was always so kind with all of us and everything. So you hear about it. You guys are taking care of all that or whatever. And I guess we can fast forward. So at this point, the family knows.
The family knows.
Yeah, family knows, and everybody's going through their thing or whatever. You fall into I think the deepest depression I think I've ever seen anybody fall into in my life.
I used to say that shit's not real.
Right.
I used to think depression's not real. People just don't want to deal with their problems. But depression is very real. It showed me. It fucking had me by the balls.
Right. So what did you do, Zae? So I mean, what about the next day? I mean, is that when you just kind of locked yourself away, or?
No, it wasn't the next day. Honestly, I knew I had to hold it together somewhat for the family. I broke down so many times after it happened, but we had to be strong as a family to get through the funeral. Because it was not just one funeral one day and that's it. We had funeral here in Waco. We had funerals in Mount Pleasant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We had to go lay his body to rest finally here.
Right.
He's buried here over there in South Waco on 5th Street. But yeah, it was just I had to hold it together until once we got done with all the funerals. I thought I was gonna be okay, but just slowly, it happened slowly. It didn't happen quickly. Sure. Slowly, I just started falling off. You
moved out of your house too, though.
right? Or was that before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was moving out of my house.
Mm-hmm.
I moved out like this. He passed away on a Thursday.
Right.
And I was moving out of my house Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay.
I finished moving out of my house the night that he died.
Okay.
So I had to get the rest of my shit out.
Yeah.
That's one thing I got against Cope. He was rushing me out of my house.
While you were going through that?
While I was going through that.
Okay.
And it's not his fault because he was moving in. He was going to rent my house.
Sure.
It's not his fault, but, like, it's something that I can't really get over.
I got you. Okay.
He was being kind of... Man, I ain't trying to bash Cope. I love Cope, but it's something that I went through. Like,
it's something that you went through. This is just a real moment in your life. You know what I mean? And when you look back at it now, there's nothing wrong with that. And this will be something that you guys talk about in the future.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I've talked to him about it. Like,
yeah.
I did not like how he pressured me to, like, hurry up.
But then also too, maybe nothing was fair for you at that time.
Nothing was.
Nothing was fair for you at that time.
And you know what? Like, the thing that fucked me up is that he passed away on a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday night, he called me because we always would get together on Wednesdays to watch Snowfall. I don't know if you ever heard of that show. It's a show on FX. But anyways, we would get together all the time, get some food, and watch that. Like, on Wednesdays, that was, like, religious.
That was like your thing, yeah.
Type of shit. And he called me that night, and he's like, "What you doing, cuz?" I was like, "Nah, man. I'm trying to hurry up and get moved out of the house."
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, well," he's like, "Let me know if you need some help tomorrow." He's like, "I go in late." And I was like, "All right, bro, I should be good." I should be good. It shouldn't be no thing. He's like, "I was going to tell you if you didn't want to come over tonight. My mom's making green enchiladas." And that's our favorite thing that my Aunt Nancy makes. And I told him no because I was trying to hurry up and finish. And, he wanted to hang out.
But, you can't hate yourself for that. You know what I mean? Because it's not like anybody knew. You know what I mean?
No, nobody knew.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Nobody knew. We. That's what I'm saying. I think that, and the perspective that I take everything, it's like we take so much for granted. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And that's why, like, I've learned to tell people that I love them, even in the most random moments. Like last night, I text my best friend and said, "I just want you to know, bro, that I love you." You know what I mean? And I do it with Jaime too. And I just. You can't, like, hold yourself accountable for something like that. You did not know that was going to happen. You know what I mean?
Nah, I got to let that guilt go.
No, yeah.
But I got it. I mean.
But so you spent the majority of that time afterwards, kind of locked away.
Locked away. That's literally what it was.
Yeah. What were you doing in that time?
Scrolling. I would go to work. Look, the only thing that I would do is go to work.
Sure.
I would go to work. I fucking hated that I had to get up to go to work, but I got my ass up.
Yeah.
I went to work because I knew I had bills to pay and whatever. Like, I moved out of my rent house, rented it out to my friend Colt, and I moved back into a house with my mom and my brother into a rent house. And so we were all paying rent together. But basically, I left my own house where I was comfortable, where I was me, had all my freedom, could do whatever the fuck I wanted. And I went back to living with my mom and into a house that I didn't really like or want to be in, and a room I didn't fucking want to be in. I just basically would go to work, come home, turn the lights off, fucking just later. Yeah. Like, I didn't do shit. I would scroll.
And her and I had conversations about it, brief conversations, and everybody understood, why, you know what I mean? Everybody handles grief differently, and it sucks to say we all had to just move on.
Yeah,
we did, because the bills did not stop, and life did not.
Life don't stop.
Even though our world might have stopped for a whole minute, you know what I mean? Because somebody that we loved and cared for dearly is no longer here. Yeah. At the end of the day, we still had to, you know what I mean? I was going to work breaking down. Yeah, for sure. Shout out Coach Morrow, who was like beating me up to, hey, get back up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he watched me do it, but I thought about you a lot at that time. Because even like when I would have my moments, I was like, God, you've got to be going through it way worse. Like, I can't imagine. I was suffering. I can't imagine being so close to something. Like, if Jaime or Morrow died, you'd have to put me in a home.
That's the first. Yeah. That's the first death that has hit me like that.
That truly affected you.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, my boy Brian Alfred, when he passed away, that shit hurt.
That was a
that shit
rough
hurt,
one to go through.
Shit, now that I think about it, I've lost two brothers in one lifetime.
I think when Brian died 5 years ago, it was there was a lot going on at that time.
Yeah,
I would say, in my life. but I that was sudden for all of us as well. And you know what kind of gave me peace? I wish I wouldn't have seen him the way he was in the hospital. Do you know what I mean? But I'm happy I got to see him. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he knew that we were all there. And then...
Yeah, we all got to say goodbye.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And so, but I think when Josh died, it was just so
what the fuck?
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when did you move on? Was it after your birthday? Because we had we had the party at your house. Let's lighten this up.
Right, we gotta lighten it up a little bit.
And Josh, I hope that you're watching us and having and be like, yo, y'all stop.
Yeah, so, he'll be sitting here cracking up. Nah, cuz why you crying?
Yeah.
Nah,
we had the nice party at your house. I enjoyed my time.
I had a good time.
We had a good time. Yeah. Would you say that after that you're a little bit more?
That kick started. Me working on myself and like, hey, it's time to move. Right. Not to move on, but it's time to accept, deal, process, and move, just get it going again. Okay. Like get back to who I am.
Yeah, for sure. How did it affect? I feel like when death happens, right, it affects like your whole paradigm. Okay, yeah. And so how did it affect your individual outlook in life and the people who you surround yourself with?
It definitely made me trim the fat. Like, if you are not worth, I don't want to say not worth my time, but like more than anything positive. Sure. Like that was how I got myself out of that hole.
Right.
Because nobody was ever going to help me get out of it but me.
Yeah.
I had to do that shit.
Sure.
And so, like, believe it or not, it sounds crazy, but like how I told you I was literally just scrolling. Well, fucking TikTok, like that's what I would be scrolling on, is TikTok. And while I was depressed and sad, that's all that was in my algorithm was depressing, sad things. Like I started watching sad ass shows.
So it started just tearing you down more.
Like it was tearing me down. Yeah. And slowly but surely, like I said, I started forcing the positive videos into the algorithm.
Yeah.
And like the more I liked them, the more positive stuff I got, the more I heard it,
right.
I started to reprogram my mind.
Okay.
And then once I had plenty of positive stuff in there, then the God stuff started getting into the algorithm. And the more the closer I try to get to God through TikTok, like that was helping my mind even more.
Okay.
And so like that even gave it a bigger boost. And so like literally, I know it sounds crazy, but I literally reprogrammed my mind scrolling while I came out of the depression, and I just played positive things, videos, whatever, over and over and over and over until it got stuck in my head.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's how I started to pull myself out.
Yeah.
And I started to feel better. One of the biggest things that helped me, and I never used to do this, I used to always pray inside of my head.
Oh, okay.
I started praying out loud.
Yeah.
And then God started talking to me.
For sure.
And I'm not playing when I say God started talking to me. I have never in my life felt like, literally, I felt like something just like went through my head like,
okay, got you.
And then right after that, I got the chills through my whole body. Oof. And I never in my life have like bawled so hard.
Yeah.
Out of joy.
Okay.
Because I finally felt heard.
Yeah.
And that's like one of the testimonies that I would give. Like, God is great, and God has helped me get out of my depression.
And you know what? I'll say I kind of learned that last year as well. And so, but it was funny when we heard that back in the day. We were like, "Yo, these people are crazy." Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, no way. But it's like almost so true. But
I realized that I had to go through this to get closer to Him because I was suffering. I begged and prayed to be better, to not feel so bad, to not feel the pain. Give me the courage to move on.
I have a personal question for you.
Okay, ask me.
You mentioned trimming the fat out of your life, and I'll go ahead and be like, I'll just keep it official. I feel like back in I categorize like we had a really good group, close group of friends back in the Gap.
Back when we had everybody.
I feel like I have my old friends and my new friends, right? And this is no shade towards nobody. I just feel like my paradigm had to shift too. So now, listen, we partied back in the day. Let's keep it a bug. We partied. We were staying out late. We were eating. And now my new group of friends is like, I've made a post. It was like it went from where are we going to this weekend to are you working out today? Do you know what I mean? And it did. And you know, we have to leave people behind. And, you know, there was things that happened in our circle of friendship that I would say, you know, whatever. When you mentioned trimming the fat, right? How many of our old friends do you keep in touch with?
Not all of them. Mm-hmm. I mean, just the ones that are the closest. The ones that I can't give up on.
Can you give a shout out to the ones that you do keep in touch with? And
I still keep in touch with David Cordova, even though you guys.
I don't have an issue with David.
David Cordova. I like me and David been through a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Like,
shout out to David.
I tried giving up on him a couple times, but you know what? He was there when he didn't have to be there for me.
Can I just real quick? I said the joke off camera that they invited me to their house for, I think it was Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hi, how you doing?" April's in the back. That's okay. But no, like we had our spit too. But I'm cool with him. Yeah. I see him. I say hi. Yeah.
No, but as far as like the rest of the people that I still keep close by, David Cordova, Lucio Camargo, that's my boy. There's some day ones. Like sure. I can't give up on them. Like. We've been through shit together that people don't make it through.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And Jose Mancha, I still talk to him.
There's never getting rid of him. We'll never get rid of that one.
Mancha, man, I mean, obviously Jaime, but Jaime's family.
Yeah,
so
for
I
sure.
don't really... Man, I don't think there's too much
That's
more.
There was more than that. So anyway, there was more than, and I will say out of the list of people that you named, I really only and truly keep in touch with Jaime.
Yeah.
Because we're
if
brothers.
I forgot anybody, I'm sorry.
No, that was a purpose. So anyway, so moving on. Okay, so you got your new outlook in life. You trimmed the fat out of your life.
Brian Marinero.
Oh no! Shout out to him.
Big B. I don't know why I forgot about you.
How did we forget about you? I saw him at where was I? Texas Roadhouse.
You know he works at SpaceX now?
Does he really? Good for him.
Good for him.
I saw him with his wife Amelia.
Yeah. And his baby girl looks just like him.
Yes, they do. And I saw him at Roadhouse after your party, actually. It was after your party. Yeah, we had a nice conversation.
I was going to say I do got one more that's from back in the day that I just recently started reaching out to again, but he was always good people, a good time, good energy. He's a rapper here in Waco, Big R. That's my boy. Shout out.
I know.
You know it.
But he's not Big R no more.
He ain't like, Big R. He's Slim R. He's Slim R.
He's not sexy anymore. I told him I'm not sliding your DMs no more, Big R.
No comment.
I don't know why you lost 150 pounds. Nobody told you to do that. You're not Big R no more.
Shit, I'm finna slim. I'm on a mission to slim down too. So y'all see me how I am right now.
You want to slim down?
You're going to see a different one in October.
Come work out with me. I got to get you right.
For real, I'll go work out with you.
You can.
Because
my friends got me right.
Those are the type of people that right now I need in my life are people that like to be physically active. Like I'm trying to do other things and just yes, I love to party.
You party,
but I can do vodka. I can do vodka water.
We're gonna have to cut that out. You know, I had to cut out drinking when I lost all my weight. And I'm competing. I'm actually competing in a CrossFit comp in a couple weeks. You should come watch.
CrossFit?
Yes, you should come watch. It's
I've been seeing you work out.
Don't I look different?
Yeah. You be lifting.
Okay, don't play with me.
All right,
yes.
Hey, I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But that's what I'm saying, you guys. Zae and I, we do go back. I will say I referenced it on this show quite a bit of times. I had my old group of friends, and you were definitely in that. And when I say old group of friends, there's no shade. We weren't doing anything productive back in the day. We were not. I'm sorry, we were not.
I wasn't.
We weren't. And
I was
so
doing stupid ass shit back then.
You know, and so when I would say when that happened, and you know what I'm referencing, I moved on. Do you know what I mean? And I just found a new group of people to be around. And now
that's what you got to do sometimes.
You do. You know what I mean? And now we work out. We CrossFit comps. And don't get me wrong, I love my pluckers. I love my Texas Roadhouse.
I'm not big on Texas Roadhouse.
No, but anyway.
Longhorn.
Listen, I love them. Okay, so no, but back to you real quick. Okay, so you know, this happened. You moved on from it. You know, you cut the fat out of your life. You quit your job.
Quit my job about 3 weeks ago. Okay, yeah. Said, fuck working for somebody else.
Yes, you did. They told me at Peter Piper Pizza what you did. But you know what? And this is what I kind of wanted to get with you, because I know when we talked about you coming onto the show, you know, you mentioned that you're a mobile barber, but Zae is out there living his best life.
I really am.
You're out there living your best. It's like you're in a different city every weekend, and you're doing your thing. So how are you finding the time to be productive in that?
So
in this, you know, situation.
That's the thing, is that like everybody thinks I'm just always partying because that's what I want you to see.
Okay.
I want to catch the eyes. Like I want the attention for you to come look at my page.
Sure.
To find out that, oh, this guy cuts hair. Okay. This guy breeds dogs. I have a rental property right now. I'm looking to get more rental properties.
Yes.
I'm selling my house. Shout out Mario Gonzalez. He's my realtor.
I think I invited him on the show.
Oh, yeah?
I did.
Bet. He should come on.
I invited him on, yeah.
I'm sure I've been dragging my feet a little bit. I got some touch-up paint that I got to do. And then from there, we're going to photograph the house and then list it as soon as I get done doing that. But, yeah, rental property, like real estate, I'm very interested in real estate.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I love Waco.
Yes.
But I never felt like I was a part of this city or like love. I never felt like I've been loved by this city.
I got you.
I feel more at home in Dallas, which is why I spend so much time over there.
Right.
And after I sell my house, I'm moving to Dallas. But
okay.
I will always come home. Waco will always be a home for me.
Sure.
My family is here, so y'all not gonna not see me around here.
I'll come visit you in Dallas. I love going to visit your family in Dallas. Like I said, they're
good people, man. They're great people.
It's too bad none of them are down.
They can find you somebody.
It's too bad none of them are down.
There's plenty of dudes over there.
But like I said, I've been to y'all's hometown in Mexico, and I already fucked shit up over there. So I'm not trying to fuck up.
You've been more times to that place than I have recently. I've been meaning to go back, man.
I think I'm allowed back now. Some time has passed. I'm allowed back. Yeah, when your tío Ramiro, he gave me the stamp, I was like, oh, no, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, listen. Okay, so big kudos to you. Again, you pulled yourself at a really dark place in life, and, now you're doing the mobile barber thing. You know what I mean? Do you think you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, Zae?
I think that I'm finally doing what I'm supposed to have been doing. It's not just the mobile barbering, though, by the way. I'm also I've always been big on, if you've ever seen me on Instagram, I like to take pictures.
Okay.
You ever seen my stories? I like to take pictures, videos, make videos. So when I've been going from city to city, like when I go, like obviously I like to eat. So I'm a foodie. I'll be going to places and I'll be getting free food because I talk to the owners and like I network, and if their food is good, I make them a promo video. Like I'm not only am I cutting hair, but I'm trying to make promo videos because I feel like social media management is like something I'm very interested in. Sure. Because like I'll see like people's Instagrams and I'll be like, you're way too fine to have this Instagram. Like you need me. I'm doing like I'm about to start giving away free photo shoots.
Yeah.
Because I've always loved photography. It's like it runs in our blood.
Hello, why don't you reach out to me? I hate managing my social media. I fucking hate it. And shout out to Corey Dickman with the network. He's always like, okay, did you post a short today?
Nah.
Did you post a reel? I'm like, fucking shit, yes.
Yeah, I like
making
reels. I like that shit, bro.
So listen, if you guys are a small business owner, entrepreneur, and you guys need somebody to manage social media, Zae is going to be to do it. If you guys need a mobile barber, you can't go anywhere. My boy Zae is the person to do it.
I can pull up.
Yeah, Zae, I hate that we're running out of time, but what did I leave out? Is there anything that you want to leave us with? Is there anything that you just want to get off your chest?
We ain't got enough time for me to get everything off my chest. But there's one thing that I will say is everybody has hard times. Nobody's hard time is bigger than anybody else's. In the moment, people suffer a lot. People fall into dark places, but it is possible to pull yourself out as long as you're willing to do the work. I don't push religion on anybody.
Right.
Because I don't even consider myself religious, but I do have a relationship with God. And that has taken me to new places. And I have given my worries and my stress all to God. And ever since then, don't ask me how I do it. I just make shit happen. Yeah. Or he does. Yeah. And I don't want to come off as cocky or arrogant because I know that I do. But I promise you it's confidence. And confidence comes from within. And who I am within comes from him. Yeah. And so that's the only thing that I really wanted to say. I mean, I'm just out here trying to live life. I don't got all the answers.
Sure.
I mean, I cut hair. I do whatever it does.
He does a good job. And let me say this, too. I will tell you guys, just because I've known you since I was 14 years old, you come a very long way.
I know.
A lot of people doubted you. I doubted you. I'm not going to lie. I doubted you, too. I was like, yo, this guy ain't doing shit. What the fuck? You really, really are doing your big one. And Zae is actually the nicest person that you'll ever meet in your entire life. If you see him out at any bar drinking anything, he will invite you to the table.
And I'm single, by the way.
Oh, he's single.
And I'm single.
Okay, so all you gays, if you
stay away. I'm sorry, I don't swing that way.
Yeah, please make it very clear.
You can still buy me a drink. But
there's like 5 people every time I post a picture. There's like 5 people in my DMs like, yo, who is that? So we'll make that very clear. Zae, thank you again so much for coming on to this episode.
Thank you for having me, man.
No, yeah, I think it was so long overdue, and just keep doing your thing. And again, rest in peace to our friends Brian Alford and Joshua Zuniga.
We love you. We miss you, man.
We love you and miss you all the time. And
all the time.
We hope that you guys are watching this, and we hope that you guys are watching us, and we hope that we're making you proud. I speak for both of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and big shout out again to you, your brother and your sister who I love, your mother, your family, the ones that like me, and then we're big shout out to all of them.
That's a whole nother episode right there. The family drama.
The ones that still like me. Who knows these days? But no, big shout out to you, and big ups to you, honestly. And so, thank you guys again so much for tuning into this episode of The Public Affair. I'm not taking another shot at it. I'm sorry. I was going to say yes, but no.
It got better.
Did it get better?
It got way better.
It got way better? Okay. Yeah. Well, you could go ahead and do that. If you guys, how can we follow you on social media?
Okay, so on Instagram is Zae_Cabral. On TikTok it's TXZae254. Facebook is just my name, Zae Cabral. Zae's not my real name, obviously, but we had way too many Jose's. Your brother was one of them.
Who?
Your brother.
Who?
Your brother. Okay, I'm sorry.
My brother Jaime or my brother Mara? Which one are you talking about?
That's not talking about him.
Okay. Because I don't remember having.
There was way too many Jose's back in the day, and so I dropped the hoe and it's Zae. Even though some people might consider me a little bit of a hoe, but I'm single.
I dropped the hoe anyway.
Yeah, I did.
That was cute. I'm not gonna. That was cute. Was that on the spot or were you practicing
I'm slick with now. I'm slick with it. I'm slick with it. Shit, if you want to find out how slick I am, come find out.
Oh my.
Females. Sorry,
females. Yeah, no gays. Stop it. Okay? That's it.
I don't discriminate. All shapes, sizes, colors. I love them all.
They accepted me. They did. I was welcome with open arms. We partied that night.
I know, but I'm looking for females.
Okay, got you.
Let it be clear. I'm looking for females.
Okay, got you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this episode of The Public Affair. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe before we go. Definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is, of course, brought to us by Elite Barbershop with my boy, Sid Rodriguez. Sid got me looking fresh today.
Shout out.
Love Sid. Love him. He's located on Hewitt Drive. From the Barber School to his own shop with his own team of elite barbers. He's doing his big one, and we love him. He's been an avid supporter of The Public Affair since the very beginning, since before it started, since I was on the radio. Make sure you guys call the number on the screen and download the Squire app to book. He also has walk-ins are welcome as well. He has Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Clint Fletcher, Isai Reyes, Sam Ceballos. He also has Kyle Berry out there now, too.
I've seen that.
We love
Kyle Berry.
Yes.
I know Kyle Berry. Me and Kyle Berry go way back. He don't talk to me no more.
No, that's okay. He's going to talk to you now after the show. Okay. Yes, he is. Okay, so Elite Barbershop, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Hummingbird Party Backdrops and Decor at my girl Ana Limones. Call for our party decor, including beautiful balloon props, giving an extra flair to your party or event. Listen, with a number of wooden backdrops and so much more. And balloon arches are in right now. So when you guys are having an event and you want everybody to know, make sure you guys get with her. She's going to decorate the balloon arches, everything. Yes. Call the number on the screen to book Hummingbird Party Backdrops and Decor. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Jesus Sanchez with Brothers Roofing and Remodeling from Mart, Texas, a small construction business from Mart, specializing in general roofing needs and so much more. Protect your home from the crazy elements of the Texas weather with his high quality and affordable work. And you guys can also hit him up for all your renovations and upgrades as well. Follow on Facebook and call the number on the screen of Brothers Roofing and Remodeling. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, to Jeffrey Monterrey with Pollo Box and Audio, home for all your LED needs and audio accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He also specializes in building custom subwoofer enclosures and so much more. Definitely a jack of all trades and your one-stop shop to get everything done in one roof. He did the tint on my car. He did the starlight on my car. He put the auto start on my car. He put everything in my car. He made my car. He pimped my ride. Pollo Box and Audio, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. To all of you, thank you guys again. I've got more on the way. To Zae. Okay. I would take shots with you, but I'm not drinking too much. I'm not. Cool. I told you I got the CrossFit comp. Okay, yes, yeah, that's right. And don't forget, guys, to always keep it between us. That's it. That was an hour. that was a fucking hour. Oh my god. And tell your family they can watch it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna share the fuck out of this.
Yeah, please. You know,
time.
I love your Dallas family. You know, I love your Dallas family. The other family, I don't know.
Everybody wants to know, like, if you're gonna ask me certain things that I haven't talked about with certain people. So, if you ask,
is that right? What should I be bringing up? I don't know that
If you ask,
hold on.
Yeah, we ain't got there yet. But if you ask me, they'll find out.
People that I know.
Yeah.
This has been a Rogue Media Network